Welcome to Part History YouTube channel. Subscribe our channel for regular notification and follow our official Facebook page. Today we are going to discuss about Neolithic sites in world prehistory. Nearly 150 early Neolithic sites have been discovered in West Asia. These sites are located in a belt extending from the Dead Sea region in Palestine, Israel, the Jordan Valley, Syria, North Iraq, the Zagros Mountains, and parts of northwest Iran. On the west, this belt extends to southern Turkey. Apart from the fact that the date for the beginning of the Neolithic has now been pushed back by almost 5,000 years, it is clear that the shift to food production did not initially take place in fertile river valleys, but in grasslands, foothills, and semi-arid areas which were located at a distance from the very fertile river zones. The earliest Neolithic settlements have been found in two areas of West Asia: Palestine, Israel, and North Iraq. In Palestine, the most important site is at Jericho. In North Iraq, two important sites are Jawi Shemi Shanidar and Jarmo, both located at the foothills of Zagros Mountains. The excavations at Jericho were a major breakthrough for archaeology. The Jericho Neolithic dates back to 10,500 BP. Jericho exhibits continuity of settlement from the Natufian culture to various phases of Neolithic. The water provided by the natural spring or oasis at Jericho would have attracted the earliest settlers. Jericho gradually became a semi-permanent settlement where hunter-gatherers supplemented their food supply with a little cultivation. Although for a long time archaeologists had equated the beginnings of pottery making with the Neolithic, the first two layers of settlement at Jericho contain no evidence of pottery. These two layers are referred to as Pre-Pottery Neolithic A or PPNA and Pre-Pottery Neolithic B or PPNB. Here PPN stands for Pre-Pottery Neolithic. They were followed by Neolithic cultures in which pottery was introduced. In PPNA and PPNB, bowls and dishes were made out of soft limestone. They were cut out of stone and polished. A remarkable feature of the pre-pottery phase at Jericho is the construction of a massive defensive wall. It was made of large blocks of stone and had a width of 6.5 feet. On one side, that is west side, where it is still well preserved, the wall rose to a height of 12 feet. A large tower was built on the inside of the wall. The tower is 30 feet high and has 22 steps leading to the top. The introduction of pottery after PPNA and PPNB phases represented a significant improvement. The chemical nature of the clay is changed by bringing it in contact with fire. The making of pottery required controlled use of fire. Ovens had to be made where high temperatures could be constantly maintained for the time required to bake the clay. The ability to use fire in this way had important implications for the later transition to metal-using society. Baskets made by Upper Paleolithic and Mesolithic cultures out of certain types of plants might have suggested the shapes for the first pottery vessels. Pottery shapes, the manner in which pottery is decorated, and the technique employed, that is, temperature at which the clay is baked, the type of clay used, is often very specific to a particular group or particular culture. In the neighborhood of Jericho, Abu Huraira in Syria and Ain Ghazal in Jordan also provide evidence of beginnings of agriculture. Abu Huraira covers a large area, almost 28 acres. The people of Jericho, Abu Huraira, and Ain Ghazal devoted an increasing amount of time to cultivating cereals like wheat and barley. They also domesticated sheep and goats. There are also heavy stone apparatus for grinding cereals. The presence of arrowheads indicates the continuance of hunting during the early Neolithic. Although Jericho is perhaps the oldest Neolithic settlement that we know of, it was the Zagros mountain foothills in North Iraq that provided the first archaeological evidence for the beginnings of agriculture. Excavations conducted in the late 1940s by Robert Braidwood and his team. The transition to food production had taken place not in fertile river valleys, but in the relatively marginal grasslands in North Iraq. Nevertheless, the Zagros mountain foothills remain crucial for reconstructing the early history of agriculture. Subsequent work in this area has brought to light older sites where we can see the shift to food production taking place. On such site is Javichemi Shanidar, which dates back to 11,000 BP. This was a settlement of hunter-gatherers who led a semi-permanent existence. They specialized in the hunting of wild mountain goats and might have started herding sheep. Wild cereals were included in their diet. Evidence for regular food production in this area comes from Ali Kosh. This Neolithic settlement in North Iraq dates back to 10,000 BP. At Ali Kosh and later at Jarmo, the people subsisted increasingly on cultivation. Rectangular houses were built. These contained pits for storage. Stone tools were adopted for agriculture. Sickles and grinding stones have been found. It has been estimated that Jarmo, less than 20% of the food came from hunting and food gathering, so that this subsistence pattern had ceased to be an important part of the economy. In Turkey, Anatolia, regular cultivation of plants might have begun in 9,500 BP at Seonu and somewhat later at Hasilar. The most significant early Neolithic site in this region is Catalhuyuk of an area of 32 acres, and the time is 8,000 BP. The houses are built of sun-dried bricks. There are a number of shrines as well. Catalhuyuk can be described almost as a town. It traded in various types of stone raw materials and seashells. To the west of Anatolia, one might mention another early Neolithic settlement, Agrica Magula in Greece, and the time was 8000 BP. Between 7000 and 6000 BP, agriculture became the mainstay of several communities in West Asia, South Europe, and North Africa. Unlike what was thought earlier, the Egyptian Neolithic started relatively late. In the Nile Valley, Neolithic settlements began to develop circa 6500 BP. Two of the most well-known early Neolithic settlements are Fayum and Merimde. The people of these settlements practiced farming but lived at a low level of subsistence. Tools and pottery are very simple. It has been suggested that there might have been several other Neolithic settlements along the Nile and that agriculture might have begun in Egypt circa 7000 BP. So these are the main archaeological sites, that is Neolithic sites of West Asia, Southern Europe and North Africa, and this is the end of our today's discussion. Subscribe our YouTube channel to get regular notification and follow our official Facebook page. For any query, feel free to mail us. For details, see the description.